You see this? This is from the 1902 film A Trip to the Moon. This is the famous scene when a capsule hits the moon in its eye, on its right side. A group of astronomers from Earth build a giant cannon and launch that cannon or capsule to the moon. There are people inside that capsule. And once on the moon, they discovered a whole new world, a whole new species. Here it is, A Trip to the Moon. This is from the film, the colored version. A Trip to the Moon, 1902. Not considering this film, it's only 13 minutes long or so. However, this is one of the most hailed advancements in filmmaking history, widely considered the first science fiction movie. Awesome back then, campy now, but still amusing and informative. No rating. Now this really was the first science fiction film ever produced, and it was about the moon landing. And a few decades later, the moon landing happened. Now the reason this film from A Trip to the Moon was made was to condition people to believe that when the fake moon landing happened, that it was actually real. It's called predictive programming or conditioning programming, conditioned programming, predictive television programming, conditional television programming. The concept is that you basically make a series of films or stage plays in which you show the people a future concept, and that when the concept happens in the future as a deception, everybody will believe that it actually happened because they were conditioned in the past to believe that it was actually true. And that's why A Trip to the Moon was made, so that everybody in 1969 would believe that we actually landed as humans on the moon. And that never happened. But it doesn't stop here. In 1978, another film came out. It's called Capricorn One. And this film is about a mission to Mars. A manned mission to the red planet Mars. Similar to the Apollo 11 fake mission, the Capricorn 1 mission was about building a rocket similar to the Saturn V rocket, or the same as the Saturn V, and then launching these people into Mars. However, in the Capricorn 1 film, the mission to Mars actually turned out not to be a real-life mission to Mars. It was actually all faked in a television studio. This is how it would have looked like. This is how it looked like on Mars. The red, blood red haze, mist fog, the orange-red sky and ground. Similar to Apollo 11, but it's actually behind the scenes. This is how it looked like. On a stage inside a hangar with stage lights, spotlights hanging from the ceiling. It's all fake. In the film Capricorn 1, they talk about the composition of the soil, the color of the soil, just like they did in Apollo 11. Now, when the false second trip to the moon happens, and when the false trip to Mars happens, whether it's streamed on live on television or on Netflix or TikTok or whatever social media platform exists in the future, don't believe it, because it's all going to be a lie. Now, when you see this happening on your television or whatever social site or virtual platform exists in the future, do not believe any of this. Do not believe in the return trip to the moon. We never went to the moon and we're never going back to the moon. And do not believe in the Mars mission. There is no such place as Mars. There are no planets, no solar systems, no galaxies, no universe, no multiverse. The world is flat, with a giant armored crystal dome on top. The sun and the moon, the stars and the constellations are all inside the earth, under the dome. And all of this space deception, all these space missions, the purpose of all of this is to destroy our memory of our supernatural origin, our extranatural origin, our hypernatural origin, our preternatural origin in the Garden of Eden. And all of this space stuff is to prepare everybody for the final future end times deception. When the demons appear, they're all going to be disguised as cosmonauts, as space travelers. And that is the purpose behind all of this. It's all to prepare people for the final deception. So do not believe any of this. When you see this, you will know that it's a lie. You have been warned.